In the twilight of the ancient world, where sunbaked clay met the spirit of the sky, a presence stirred beneath the silent dust of the canyon. The shadows deepened, promising the rise of a primal myth. The watcher prepared to awaken. From the earth's very stillness, the spirit energy converged, turquoise fire meeting earth and darkness. The first shadow walker, a colossal lion of myth, took form, with eyes of pure spirit light. It claimed its domain, a guardian born of silence. Upon the high, lonely ridge, the great lion set its mighty call. No sound escaped the stone, no tremor disturbed the air. Thus began the long, silent hunt, a lesson in the voiceless mastery of the night. The lion stalked through the pillars of stone and deep brush, its body a flowing extension of the earth's own shade. It blurred the lines between its form and the shadows it commanded. Before the true killer, invisibility was absolute. From the darkness it had become, the lion launched, a silent strike with the speed of compressed night. The power was explosive, yet the impact made no sound. So does the stealth master teach fear without a whisper. With the ancient power absorbed, the lion's spirit fire intensified, charging its shadow mane. Each silent victory was a step towards greater spiritual knowledge. The lion carried the burden of the night's energy forward. Before the walker lay the river of mists, a boundary between worlds. Its surface must remain unbroken, its stillness respected. The shadow line glided, its passage leaving only vanishing ripples of darkness on the turquoise water. The way led into the heart of the absolute dark, where light held no sway. But the lion saw with the soul's gaze, its own turquoise eyes a beacon in the void. It moved through blackness, guided by spirit alone. A luminous serpent of shadow rose, sensing the mythic presence but blind to its physical form. The lion remained frozen, a statue of perfect silence. The serpent struck at the empty air, tasting only failure. The counterattack was the perfect, sudden blur of vengeance. The shadow claw flashed, a silent arc of power against the light of the serpent. The ambush was finished, the lion's stride unbroken by the challenge. The spiritual journey led to the murky marsh, domain of the ancient, waiting alligator. Eyes of textured stone barely broke the water's surface, a silent challenge from the depths. The lion paused, listening for the inharrible threat. The shadow walker lowered its mighty form, blending its earth and clay body with the wet, textured ground. It vanished into the mud itself, stealing its heat and spiritual signature. The alligator's eyes flickered, finding nothing. The ambush launched a silent, massive water explosion of fury and speed. The jaws snapped shut on the void. Across the bank, the lion was already standing and moving. The silent killer had been defeated by the silent walker. Into the claustrophobic caves of the bobcat the lion ventured, where small, swift shadows watched from every corner. Pinpricks of turquoise light betrayed the hidden observers. The air grew thick with confined threat. From the unseen shadows, the Lynx spirit dropped, a soundless flurry of attack. But the lion's defense was ready, a pulsing turquoise shield of silence. The blow was deflected without a sound, the attacker rebounding into the dark. The cavern crack was too narrow for flesh, but not for pure spirit. The lion dissolved its form, becoming a liquid essence of shadow and clay. The supreme master of stealth flowed into the forbidden, silent heart of the stone. Within the walls, the lion's consciousness was spirit sight, moving faster than thought, seeing the secret energy of all things. It glided past the hidden, unaware sentinels. The cave offered no secrets to the pure spirit form. Emerging from the stone's heart, the shadow walker quickly reformed under the red dawn of a new ascent. It shook its mane of spiritual dust, ready for the path ahead. The trials had forged a new level of density. The lion reached the mesa's edge, gazing down into the misty territory of the great all-spirit. A flash of wide, watchful eyes in the mist confirmed the final, Ari challenge. The airborne master was ready to test the shadow walker. The descent began, a controlled, high-speed slide down the sheer rock face. The lion commanded the very air on it, manipulating friction to guarantee absolute silence. It defied physics with silent will. The lion plunged into the spiritual fog, the all-sacred domain. Relying only on inner sense, it inhaled the mist, Its shadow mane rotated, a spiritual radar mapping the silent and seen dangers of the valley floor. From the silent sky, the colossal all-spirit plunged, wings of darkness intent on a soundless strike. The lion stood firm, unleashing a low, wide pulse of energy, a force field designed to silence itself. The owl's powerful, silent strike hit the energy field, creating a massive visual shockwave, but no sound. The ultimate attack was rendered impotent. The lion observed the frustrated retreat of its powerful, silent foe. The lion answered the aerial speed with its legendary shadow stride. Moving low, its pose flowed across the ground, leaving no trace. A ground-bound phantom pursuing the spirit of the wind through the fading fog. The chase ended at the sacred archway, the final gate of transition. The lion leaped through the carved stone, its spirit merging with the ark's shadow. It emerged, reborn and resolute, leaving the shadows of trial behind. Stepping beyond the arch, the lion entered the Valley of Illusions, where memory took fleeting form, but the Shadow Walker's focus was absolute. A slow, knowing blink banished the ghosts of past battles. At the center lay the shimmering pool, a mirror of pure spirit. The lion saw its true form reflected, the core of flowing turquoise energy. A single touch shattered the image, a master controlling its own reflection. The field of resonating chimes awaited, a final test of micro-silence. The lion passed its great form between the fragile, glowing stones. No breath of air, no friction of shadow dared to wake the chimes. High above, the final peak of power shrouded in the shadow vortex called to the lion. A beam of turquoise energy connected the two. The Shadow Walker began its vertical climb toward its ultimate destiny. The peak fought back, erupting with massive, jagged spikes of pure night. The lion evaded the threat by merging into the rock itself, using the earth as a momentary shield. Silent power overcame primal defense. On a narrow, high ledge, the lion met its spiritual counterpart, the dense, black panther spirit, the shadow of form. The panther's slow, soundless flex of its claws was the ultimate duel challenge. A silent battle of shadow and speed erupted on the narrow stone. The panther dissolved into multiple forms to strike. The lion anchored itself, unleashing a powerful, focused wave of defensive spirit light. The panther's multiple forms coalesced, its challenge defeated not by strength, but by the lion's superior stillness and control. The defeated form bowed in silent respect. The lion walked past its own shadow, victorious. The lion entered the final chamber, the womb of shadow, where the night was absolute and heavy. The dense gloom swallowed the colossal form whole. Only the two brilliant turquoise eyes remained, floating in the dark. Using only its spiritual sight, the lion traversed the cavern with impossible, silent speed. It cloaked its very spirit signature, matching the internal pulse of the rock, total invisibility. Even to the keenest eye, the core was reached, a massive, pulsing sphere of the night's power. The lion dissolved its form, becoming a stream of pure spirit. The master prepared to merge with the ultimate source of stealth. The essence flowed into the shadow core. The fusion was a colossal, soundless contraction and expansion of light. A wave of pure, silent energy flooded the chamber. The Shadow Walker was gone. Its spirit joined to the night. From the heart of the core, the reborn lion emerged, a figure of pure, glossy shadow, marked by glowing turquoise symbols of mastery. It opened its eyes twin beams of silent, sovereign power. The reborn lion descended, leaping from the peak with effortless, silent grace. It dissolved into a streak of shadow and light, accelerating beyond human perception, a mythical force unbound, moving with perfect stillness. The lion landed silently in the ancient desert, perceiving the land as a web of interconnected spirit. It unleashed a soundless roar, massive, visual wave of shadow and power that sanctioned the entire domain. The final act of mastery, the colossal lion flowed into the shadow of a small, ordinary rock, infinite power contained within the simple disguise of the earth. The ultimate killer became the ultimate hidden sentinel. The Watcher remained concealed within the shadow, its vigilance eternal. As moon and stars turned across the vast night sky, the lion's true symbol was briefly imprinted on the rock. The myth was now a permanent guardian. The record of the journey was etched onto the canyon walls. The viper, the owl, the lynx, all the silent masters were rendered in turquoise light. Their symbols faded, leaving only the lion's final mark of supremacy. The camera pulled back high above the canyon, revealing the vast, silent kingdom bathed in moonlight. The Shadow Walker was a tiny, unseen point of absolute power. The night held its master. The mighty landscape dissolved into blackness, leaving one final image, the glowing turquoise symbol of the Shadow Lion, a silent promise that the mastery of the night would endure forever.